Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are you? It is Friday, the 28th of August, and we're in the BAC Mono 16 tonight, and it's on the sports tyres, and it's a handful, and it's brilliant fun, and it's going to be challenging. Oh boy, it is going to be one challenging night tonight. In the chat in the YouTube, I can see that 10 Racing is in. It is 10 Racing that suggested this one. Thank you for the suggestion. It's a good one. It's really going to test a lot of us, and I am loving that. Danny C is in, and number one Pops as well. He's just making himself a brew. Welcome to all of you. Danny C, by the way, I've removed you from the PSR team chat, not the team, just the team chat, because on the 11th of September, TCSRL are going to be taking on PSR for an hour-long race at Deep Forest, I think. We are building the team at the moment, and yeah, it's going to be fun. So both Rita and Danny C have been removed from the PSR team chat. Not the team, they're still part of the team, but they have been removed from the chat because they're going to be racing for the opposition. Oh, it is going to be fun. One of the things I have done tonight is I have messed up the times of day, so I might be changing the times of day a little bit through this one, because normally what I do is I set the day so we go through a day. So we normally start in the morning, go through late morning, afternoon, right the way through to the evening. A lot of you probably don't realize that, but I do. And yeah, I'd forgotten to do that, so had to set all of that up manually as we go tonight. We are running BOP as usual in this little BAC Mono, which is, it's light and it's very easy to drive on the racing tyres. However, for tonight, because it is a Friday night special, I thought we would test people and see who can get to grips with this on the sports tyre. So there is, I think, going to be some spinning. I think there's going to be some people overshooting into corners. There could be a little bit of fun and games going on, but you know, it wouldn't be a Friday night special if I didn't throw a spanner or two into the works. Let me put it on the big screen and we'll just watch Stiggy, who's just going out for his first couple of laps, I think. Racer's Edge, Nick is in. Good evening. Evening. Oh, Stiggy's in the house. He is, and we're watching Stiggy rotating at the moment, as in rotating around, circulating the track, not rotating round and round like a spinning top like I'm going to be, but yeah, rotating around the track in the proper way that it should be done, unlike what you're going to see me doing in a minute. Oh, I'm getting through the chicane of death probably 1 in every 2 times, so about 50% of the time, and 1 or 2 of the guys setting some pretty tasty times, I have to say. Let me just put some times up for you. Let's see if we can get a few of them on the screen in a moment. Obviously, I've just reset the room, so a few of the guys have got to go around, and it will take them just a few moments to set a time. Talking about that, actually, I need to get out and set a time, otherwise I am going to be at the back of the grid. So let me get out on track. I'll be at the front of the grid even. So I think we're doing a slowest first lobby tonight, again, back to our usual. And we'll see how we go. So with the sports tyres, end up braking just a little bit sooner than you want. And I tell you what, this is going to be a test of throttle control tonight, and potentially braking control as well, and in particular trail braking and staying off of the curbs, Mitchell, because even in 3rd gear, sometimes if you come out the corner a bit quickly and you bury the throttle, oh, the back end wants to come around and eat you for dinner. Or if you're on the curbs like that, oh, you're in trouble. You're in trouble if you get up onto the high part of the curb. You can cover this little inside bit, but I tell you what, if you get out there, like a lot of people very often do, and run along that curve with one wheel on the right hand side on the red bit and one on the other side, the same down here, oh, you are probably going to be in trouble if you are that racer. Going through the chicane of death. I'm finding you cannot go through here full whack. It's not like a GR or a car. You've really got to be careful. And I think there could be some serious smashes through there tonight. We will have to see. Mikey, good evening. How are you doing? Have you tried the Audis yet in the new version? Are they okay, or have they nerfed them for you? I reckon you're going to be all right. I think you're going to like it, because the if what I'm reading online is correct, real world racers really like the new physics. It's a lot closer to the real cars that they race. So I think you'll enjoy it, my friend. I know you were asking the other day about having to relearn it, but oh, a little bit too deep into that corner, just fractionally. And then look at it, third gear, trying to get that power down. That back end is all over the shop. This is all about power and brake management. So this tonight, I think this is going to be great test for some of us, including me. Stiggy with a 1:45.9, fastest lap out there at the moment. Whoa. Can't look at the chat right now while I'm trying to set this lap, especially coming down to the chicane of death. I've only just had a last minute setting up his PC. Ooh. Gonna tidy up over the weekend. Cool. Hopefully it'll be good. I need to stay off the curbs. Oh, he was lovely in second gear, and then I just a little bit of accelerator in third, and the back end wanted to break away. You can catch it. Still a bit too deep into that one. Oh, full opposite lock there. Just to gather that up as we went on to third gear. Oh, it's a car in the wall, facing the wrong way. I nearly had a very close look at wheels there in the wall. Certainly closer than I had intended to. As my car started to go off towards the left down the curb. Right, let's see. Are we going quicker? No, we're not. Whoa. 2 minutes to run. So I'll finish this one, and then we'll pop in and have a look and see who we've got in the room, who is crazy enough to try us in this car tonight. These tyres are really going to test us tonight, I think. Ooh. That little trick's not necessarily a good idea. 45.6 and a 45.7. Oh, what are people doing? What are people doing time-wise? Let's have a little look very quickly. Stiggy, 1:44.0 and the fastest time out there at the moment. Wicked, loving that. Greg with a 1:44.4. Wheels at 2:02. I'm a 1:45.6. Oh, yeah. Going to be interesting tonight. I think it really is. Mikey, it was great last night. Really good. Really good. It was a good session. I made one little mistake I will not be making again, and that is that if you take your teammate out, you've got to wait. It doesn't matter whether it is a teammate or another team. So I think I lent on Grenster through one of the corners, pushed him a bit wide. I then gave that place back because he was on the other team. And then one of mine, we got a little bit mixed up through the bus stop. And I said to him, look, I'm going to go. I'm going to carry on, because it was one of the GT3 cars. And Ollie has, yes, Ollie's have woods. It's not allowed. So, yeah, we do need to make sure that we give way. So we'll be doing that. Right. In this one, we've got Wheels Racing, Danny C, Greg White, me, David, 10, Number One Pops, Outlaw Pork Pie, and Stiggy. And I think Stiggy is on a flight here at the moment. We'll have to see how we go. Let's see how we go. David's just saying to Greg, I'm hitting that every lap. I'm not sure if that is the chicane of death wall. We will have to see. Oh, hopefully, is Number One Pops in? I hope not. Have I just bumped Number One Pops out? I hope not. No, he's in. He's in. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Right, we'll go on to the radar, see what's happening, and we'll get this one underway pretty quickly. Whoa! What's Will's doing? What was all that about, young Wills? I think he came over to have a little look and say hello there. Ooh. Oh, there's another one going around. Oh, don't get on that curb, Mitch. Oh, nearly dropped it. Oh, David, all over the curb behind me there. Oh, I thought he was a goner. Oh, Greg's off. He's just clobbered the wall. Thankfully, he shot across the track really quickly and I didn't connect with him, thankfully. Ten Racing and Stiggy going well out front. I wonder if Stiggy's got Mitchell Morgan stay off my back bumper on the back of his car again like he did the other day. Oh, went too deep there. I need to brake just a little bit earlier into that first corner. Stiggy's 1.6 ahead. Now 2 seconds now. It's going quicker. Big slide there on the curb. Just managed to gather that one up. 10 Racing and Stiggy are out front and moving. Tell you what, Stiggy's closing up on 10 Racing, I think. There is not a lot between them. Wow, 10's gone. 10's gone. Stiggy had to take avoiding action, I think, there, because Stiggy's really slow into this corner. Stiggy and I both struggling to get the power down there. We're like a couple of school kids trying to get out from behind the goalpost or something there, I think. Both struggling. Oh, we're side by side again. A bit worried about the dirty air off the back of Stiggy there, so just to get a little bit cautious. Oh, just a slight nudge on the wall. It's giving him a good half a second lead now. Half a second more after the tap on the wall there. Went deep into that corner too. Came off the brake too early, I think. Halfway through this one. Still not braking early enough for that corner. Sticky 2.2, I can't break it. And going quicker. Oh, risking the chicane of death now. It's so sticky because I didn't make any time up on him. .6 and we're matching each other at the moment. Wow, Stiggy's got this one sorted. I've got to overdrive this car now to try and catch. It was a little bit better. And got caught up on the grass. Stiggy's 3 seconds out front now. Oh, I can't get around that corner. Oh, I'm in the barrier. Get off the barrier, come on. Ah. Well till that barrier hit. Stiggy, just keep it going in a straight line now, mate, and you've got this one. he can really take his time for a lovely win. And I've got a lovely little battle in front of me now. God, how that wall hit hurt. Whoa. No, on the grass. It's all gone a bit wrong at the end. Thrown away a nice easy second place there. Davey, Greg and 10 all went through. All close together. And I've still got to get through the chicane though. Hopefully Stiggy's got through all right. Why couldn't I have done that last lap? Wow, 3 of them all together in the last corner. That's going to be close. Well, Stiggy, nice win, my friend. Congratulations, first one of the night. And I have a funny feeling that isn't going to be the last one. Look at that, 7.6 seconds ahead of the best of the rest. That was David, who was fractionally a 10th up on Greg White, and nothing between Greg and 10 Racing. 2/100ths of a second. I was a few seconds back, but oh dear, catching that wall, that hurt. Oh boy, that hurt somewhat. But there we go. That is the way that the cookie crumbles, as they say. You hit the wall, you take the pain. Mind you, in real life, if you hit the wall as hard as I did, you wouldn't even be racing. So, you know, I can be grateful that we were able to carry on. But, wow, this is going to be a fun night. I think as people get to grips with the car, the racing tonight is going to get better and better and better. And we've got a couple of, well, the tracks I've picked tonight, we had a short technical one with the Seaside to get us just into the field of the racing. Now we've got some long straights, some technical corners at Trail Mountain, Deep Forest Raceway, very similar. Then we're off to Laguna Seca with the corkscrew. Managing the balance of this car around Laguna Seca is going to be incredible. Watkins, Glen, again, an interesting choice for that one. And then finishing off at Maggiore, going to be very, very interesting. Stiggy, well done, my friend. Not bad for an EB. There's no way that you are an EB driver, I'm afraid. You need to get into the daily races and get yourself up to a B, because you are a B. In fact, I think you're an A rank racer. Easy, easy, easy. Anyway, especially with a performance like that. Stiggy, a 144.663 for the win. David in second with a 145.915. And Greg White in third with a 144.124. 10 Racing in fourth. I threw it away to come in fifth. I should have got second, so I'm really annoyed at myself at that one. Wheels Racing in sixth. I think he had a bit of a mare of a race there. But Danny C, fastest lap, a 143.815. And I think the only one in the 143s. So Danny C could be one to watch as we go through this one. Number one Pops in eighth, and Outlaw Pork Pie in ninth. Number one Pops, a guy that is very good in the road cars. Watch him to be improving as we go through this. So I think you're going to see a different group of people on the podium as we go through tonight. Stiggy, David and Greg White, your 1, 2, 3 to start this evening. This is going to be cool. Right, Trail Mountain, a completely different kettle of fish, this one. I just need to have a very quick look at the time of day. I will change the time of day, which is going to upset a few people. I want to go late morning for this one, not afternoon. So I will make a very, very, very quick change before everybody gets into this one. If I can, if I can't. We'll go late morning for this one. I thought that may be the case. I might not be able to. We might have to go afternoon. Not the end of the world. Oh, no, there we go. We're done, we're done, we're done. 10 racing, I think I could get into an ADR, but all the dirtiness makes it very difficult. I know that feeling, my friend. I know that feeling very, 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 very well. Very well indeed. I will be getting back into the daily races, but I don't mind admitting that I am super worried about it. Okay, that's just Danny about me adjusting the team. Yep, we've got a lots going on at the moment. Let me just put you on a spectate. I do want to get out, so actually I need to let everybody know when we're racing. That would help, wouldn't it? So this race is going to be starting at 25-2, I think. 35. So that was our winner from the first one. We'll have a little look at that in a moment. But actually, I am going to go out on track. I am going to get on track because I need to know where I'm at in this one. Otherwise, I'm going to be all over the shop. So, yeah, this for the next few weeks, I am supporting Greg White's campaign to try and get Hulky either a haptics vest, or we have now seen a haptic seat, which might even be better for Hulky. Hulky is taking a break for a few weeks while we get that sorted out. So all of you that are watching the stream and that are racing, you are helping us in a very, very small way. But if you can afford a few pennies around payday, hint, hint, it would be great if we could just inch that fund up a little bit more. Around about £250 at the moment in the first week, which is pretty good. And thank you to everybody that has already contributed. I will be putting a little bit more in over the weekend, which will lift it a little bit further. And yeah, if we could get him a haptic seat, that would be incredible. At the moment, I think we're shooting for a haptics vest, but we'll see how we go. And then on the 11th of September, we are going to be in a team event. It's a league versus league race, or like a community versus community, because we're not really a league, but it's we refer to it as a league versus league with TCSRL. So Team PSR will be taking on Team TCSRL for another brilliant race, which I can't remember now. Deep Forest Raceway, I think. I can't remember where it is now. It's a 1 hour race, and at least I believe it's a 1 hour race. It will be cautions, I would imagine, and all the usual TCSRL rules that we followed in previous league versus league races. And yeah, let's see if Team PSR can bring the honours home again, although we've obviously not got Jack Kobe to help us this time. Talking about Jack Kobe, he is around, he is well, everything is good. He's taken a little bit of time away over the summer, but I did have a Discord exchange with him earlier today, so really, really good to know that everything is all okay in Jack's world. Had a chat with Gamer Dan, he's doing okay as well. I'm still recovering obviously from the operation and just, you know, normal life pressures, and just catching up with a few of the people that we haven't seen around for a while, just make sure they're okay, that's all. And really grateful for those people that are letting me know they're okay. Missing Welsh Boy at the moment. Need to try and reach out to Welsh Boy, see how he's doing. A lot of people do ditch sim racing over the summer and come back into it over the autumn, and of course some, well, they just got fed up with it and gone on to other games. So people do come and go, but really good to reach out and hear from those people. So yeah, lots going on at the minute. And Joey's back at work next week, so I'm going to be busy. On Monday I probably won't be streaming because it is bank holiday. If I am, I will stream, but just lobby hop or something. Tuesday we'll be back with the normal lobby, and at 9 o'clock, and I do intend to try and get back into the daily races at some point. I've got a couple of videos to do. I've got a crash one to do, and I have still got the amazing race that I have with Ollie in the Hulky Racing BTCC, so I'm hoping to do a video on that as well. And oh, just so much going on. I've got some plans as well for the channel going forward. I've got 3 World Circuit races to do off the back of the 1.71 update. Oh, I need about 100 hours a day at the moment to try and keep up with everything. Whoa! Just got caught up on the edge of the curb there. I'm pretty taxing. There's a few curves that we can dice with in this one, and some that we most definitely need to stay off of. But this is an interesting little car. It's really good on these tyres. A lot of people I see run this on the racing tyres, and it's pretty planted. And I thought, given the new physics, and I think that the game also uses the sports tyres for this, or has done, so I thought sports tyres would be quite interesting tonight. People can go either the soft or the medium. If people want a bit of a challenge, they can go with the mediums. I've given them the option. No need to pit tonight. This is all about straightforward sprints, and just to see who can get to grips with this car the soonest. And at the moment, in the first race, it was Stiggy that ran away out the front. I was doing okay in second until I caught the wall, and then let a few of the fast guys through, and then there was no catching them. Stiggy managed to stay ahead and got a well-deserved first place, which I'm really glad to see. It's only a few months ago that I was calling Stiggy out as one of the guys that was really most improved and expecting podiums. Now he's got his sights set on wins, which I'm loving. Got a few other guys that are coming through as well at the moment as well, which is really good. Right, let's go. Jenky, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're well. So that puts me in 4th at the moment. I said 10 to 25.2, didn't I? So I'm not going to get another one in because I need to go through the running order. It's going to be annoying because I think this is going to be a better lap. That's quite a lot quicker. I might actually be naughty and finish this one, post prerogative and all that. Got just over a minute. Oh, look at those times, a 2-minute 9:46 and a 2-minute 4:75. Let's see if we can break the 2 minutes. Greg White, a 1:58.675. He is on the move as well. 10 Racing going well with 1:58.7 or 1:58.9 for wheels. Got a bit wide through that one. David with a 1:59.7. So it's close up the front. If I can just get mid-pack, I'll be happy. So I'm not starting at the front. We're about half a second up at the moment, but whether we'll be able to keep that, I don't know. Sector 2 is a bit down. Come on, get round. I felt a bit slow through there. A 2-minute 8. Oh dear. Well, consistent, but not consistently fast enough. But there we go. So we've got Wheels Racing, Danny C, Greg White, me, David, Jenky, 10 Racing, number 1 Pops, Pork Pie, Stiggy, Let's see how he goes. So, Stiggy won the first one. Can he win the second race? Or will some of the PSR quick racers find their way to the front? Jenky's in for this one. What can Jenky do? Has Greg White found his feet? Has 10 found his feet? We will see in this one. Or is Stiggy going to come back and surprise us all again? Let's see what happens. I think Stiggy could be starting towards the back in this one. It is Jenky out front. Number one Pops on second. Port Pie third. Danny C fourth. I'm fifth. Need to watch what I'm doing here now, so I can't do anything more. Stiggy, I think, is directly behind me. He is. Whoa! Right, we nearly dropped that. Jenky's found how slippery this is under acceleration as well off the line. And that was even with traction control on, so I was struggling through to get off the line. It's not all about burying the throttle, this car. There really is a lot of throttle control involved in this one. On the inside. Quick look at the radar. Told me that. Ooh. Just falling off the back of David through there. We've got a nice run out that corner. We've all got slipstreams here. It's going to be interesting when we get up towards the end of this corner, who's going to break where. Tell you what, Port Pie got that the best of everybody. He got a great braking zone through there. Oh, I'm in the wall. Ooh. Where's Port Pie? I need to get the pace back. Just caught the wall and it bounced me across him. Stiggy's not running away with this one. Just getting caught up on the wall there, like I did earlier on. Ward is a bit of an accident there. Or Stiggy's on the grass. So our car off to one side through there. Wheels in front now of us. Whoa, big slide there. Stay with wheels. No, he's going away. We're just a little bit back from the leading group. Danny C, David and number one Pops. Oh, I did call out number one Pops. I thought he would be one to watch. Look at that, he's on third at the moment. What can any of us do here to close up at all? Try and use Stiggy as a ghost guy here. Not Stiggy, Wills as a ghost guy here. See what we can do. Greg is in front. So we've got the quick guys just in front of us here. 10's just saying ouch. Don't know if he had a bit of a bump somewhere. Will's getting a much better run out of that corner than me. It's a bit too far back to watch what he was doing, but there we go. He is chasing after the leaders. The leaders are all pretty close up together at the moment. A little bit deep into that corner. I've gone a bit deep into that corner there. We're actually staying with Wills on this occasion. Danny C out front, David second, number 1 in third, Gr.x fourth, with Wills in fifth. They're all pretty much coming together up front here at the moment. Wills is definitely catching. Try and stay with him. 1.3 in front. 5.5 to the leader at the moment. Long way to go yet, just about coming up half distance. Once again, I've got a big slide out that corner and losing time. Per second faster, that one. That number 1's had a bit of an incident. Once again, the Murray Walker side of me comes out. I mentioned somebody going well, and then suddenly, boom, their race blows up on them. It's Danny C, David, and Greg White. You're 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Wills has jumped to number 1. I've got number 1 in front of me, but some distance down the road. We've got to do something to close up on these guys. 1.7 down the road, 3 of them fighting. So anything could happen yet. Small nudge on the wall as we went through there. Number 1 with a big slide there, gathered it up nicely, hasn't really lost him a lot of time. You can see they're right there. Close up during the slow bit, but then they run away down the long straight. You can see the extra speed that number 1 has got out of that corner. It's going to be 2 seconds now. 2 laps to go, this one and one more. Pushing these corners a bit too much. Well, there's somebody off on the grass and I'm on the grass. One wheel on the grass there, just kept my boot in and managed to just keep that in a straight line, thankfully. I think that might have been Wills with a couple of wheels on the grass there. That's brought him back into the clutches of number 1. Great little battle going on out front between Wills and number 1 at the moment. Just trying to get some more speed out of these long corners. It's not happening though. 2 guys out front going well together. Danny C looks like he's got this one in the bag. He's quite a way out front at the moment. But there are people chasing behind very, very quickly. David in second and Greg in third. And then we've got this brilliant little battle in front of me here. Wilson, number one, definitely not giving each other any room. They are nose to tail. I think number one is practically pushing Wills through some of these corners. If only I could close up, I'm still 2 seconds behind. There is a chance actually that they're catching the leaders. Need to have a look at replay really and see how people are coming off these corners because they're so quick. I'm losing a lot of time down the long straights. Really throwing it across those corners to the last lap. All or nothing here. Still 2 to number one. You can't catch him at the moment. Really sliding this thing through these corners, just trying to get the power down as quick as we can. That was not a bad corner from me, but a little bit quick. No, it's no quicker. Hundredths, if anything. 1.7 to Pops. Unless there is a big old accident out front, I don't think anything is going to change. Half a second down on this lap, I am. I'm trying to push. Job is sometimes the harder you push, the more mistakes you make, and with this thing, the harder you push, the more it slides. So I think there's a fine line between pushing and just keeping it smooth. We got Pops down to 1.8 through that corner there. He looks close to some of the others, but again, we're going to be slow out this corner. We're into the barrier too, so it's going to be slower, slower, slower. Danny C, David and Wills, you're 1, 2, 3 in that one, and that was some battle between Pops and Greg, just in front. And Wills managing to fight his way back to third, which was pretty cool. That was good racing out front, very good racing out front, and very hard as well. This thing is difficult to get the power down on these tyres. Oh boy, this is a fun little beast, this is, especially on these tyres. Oh. Thank you everybody that is watching the stream this evening, very much appreciate it. Not up to the usual numbers, but we've got an unusual race tonight, the Mono 16. Not to everybody's liking, but I tell you what, it is giving some good racing. I'm really enjoying the racing very much. David, I'm only one on no traction control. Oh, you're brave. You are brave, my friend. Oh, crikey O'Reilly. I wouldn't want to do this on no traction control. Or maybe that is what's slowing me down out the corners. If I'm trying to spin the wheels up too much, that could well be part of the issue. 10 Racing's also on no traction control. Number one Pops wants to try a racing hard tyre. Hello Vic, how you doing my friend? How are you doing? You want to try a racing hard tyre? We can do. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if some of you want to try it. 10's up for it. Ooh. I'll go back to Sports Soft afterwards because I'm actually quite enjoying the Sports Soft. Danny C was your winner and the fastest lap of 1:57.312. David in second with a 158.2 and Wills in third with a 157.6. Greg got fourth, number one fifth, just ahead of me. I couldn't catch him in the end there, a good 2 seconds behind. Janky behind me in seventh, Stiggy in eighth, 10 Racing in ninth, and Outlaw Pork Pie in 10th. The top three there, Danny C, David and Wills Racing. Are the fast boys getting used to the car? Can Stiggy get it back onto the podium? Janky's normally on the podium too in our races, so could be interesting to watch those guys and seeing what they could do. Right, let's have a little look at this one. So we are at Deep Forest Raceway, which is going to be a really interesting one. We're into the afternoon, and on this one, people are wanting to go racing hard tyres. This will be a one-off. So tyre change this race only. We'll see how we go. Could be interesting to see how different it is. Dan, good evening. Welcome and thank you for subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate that, and thank you for popping in and saying hello. I hope that you are enjoying the racing. Oh, actually, I'm just hearing that some people might be interested in the tyres to see if it's stopping the back end sliding around. So maybe people are struggling with the back end moving around a bit on this car. I tell you what. If we've got time, number one, this is aimed at you. I might do a dirt race in this car. Oh, that would be fun. A dirt race in this one. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Dan, you need to be a registered racer to be able to race in our lobbies. If I do a join, then you will be able to get the details. And if I do an add Dan, send me an email with your PSN GT7 YouTube and Discord names, and I'll email you back the room code. Hey, Banana Head's in. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, Jack Kobe's in. Oh, hello. It's been a while. Oh, okay. We need to, what do we need to, I'm at 660. Hang on a minute while I'm doing this. Well, hang on a second. Racing card, we need to be 665, I think. Let me just, you see, you guys mess me up when you change all the 665. You see, I'll do it 666. Ooh. Let's just save those settings to that one, just in case. See, I have it all set up. I spent my lunch, my part of my afternoon break setting up all the stream with all the races, so it all flows nicely, and then you come in and change it on me. Jax Kobe's going to be having to watch this one. Number one, PP needs to be 667. We should be all right. Number one's in. Yeah, everybody's in. Right. When are we going to get this one underway? Right, race starting at, I'm going to do this one on the o'clock. Yeah, quite a few people saying that the new physics are making it much more realistic, and so I'm looking forward to when Jack has to go and jumps into something like the Megane that he's raced, I think, but certainly the MX-5 and one or two of the cars that he's run, and just seeing how realistic the new figures are. New figures, the new physics. Oh, Coda's going a bit bonkers in the background here. Sorry about that. Coda, what are you doing? He's going absolutely crazy. This is going to be a hard race. I tell you what, I'm finding this more slippery than the sports tyres. This is just understeering like crazy through these corners. It'll be interesting to see what other people say. I have a feeling the chat could light up at the end of this one. Oh, I did not want to stop at all. What sort of times are people doing? I think we've got to wait another few minutes. We've got 4 minutes before we're going racing, so hopefully I'll get one flying lap in. I'm just not sure where I'm braking in this. Has anybody set a time yet? We lost David for the minute. We're going racing in 3 minutes, so hopefully I'll be able to get this one done. I'll let the dog out because he wants to go outside. Coda, I need you to let me finish this lap, mate. Oi, shush. Coach, I'll let you out in a minute. Hang on. Wait a minute. God, if it's not the missus having a whinge at me, it's the dog. Come on, get over this line. 1:31.995 is not very quick, is it? It's not very quick. Go on then if you want to go out. It's not a very quick time. Ooh. Let's have a little spectate and just see what the score is out there. So Stiggy is bang on it again. Look at that, a 1:30.986. So Stiggy won the first race. Didn't do quite so well in the last one, but looking like he's making up for this already. Of course, the fast lap will put him at the back of the grid. Danny C, a 1:31.006. Greg White, a 1:31.046. Wills is a 1:31.051. Danny C has just pumped in a 1:30.291 as we see Stiggy going around. This is going to be close. This is going to be really close up front. Very, very much so. Stiggy's 0.6 off the pace at the moment. Greg White's 0.7. Wills is 0.7. So the top 4 racers at the moment are 3/4 of a second within each other. Wow. Right, where are we? Have we got an email in? Let me just do a quick check here. No. So I'm just waiting to see if I get an email in from Dan. Right, my earbuds just died, so I'm deaf on that side now. Oh, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Vic St. Coda needs a pee. I don't know what he needed, but he certainly wanted to go out. Right, it is on the it's o'clock. It's time to go. Who have we got? 10 runners in this one. Wills, Danny C, Greg White, me, David, Jenky 10, number one Pops, Port Pie, and Stiggy. I think Stiggy is going to be towards the back of the grid. I'm a little bit behind on times, so we'll see how things go. And oh, somebody there with a big old crash. A slide on the crash right underneath the camera there. I think he woke the cameraman up there as he went through there with a big screech. Right, let's see where we're at. Now remember, getting this power down, not easy in this thing. Where's Stig? He's towards the back. He is towards the back. A car on the inside, a car on the outside. Crikey, we're 3 wide through there. This is a bit manic. Oh, here comes Stiggy. The quick boys. Oh, I've got somebody leaning on my bumper. I've got cars on the inside, cars on the outside. This is frantic. Wow, that did not want to stop under behind that car there. Dirty air, it just carried straight on. I said there was going to be some fun and games in this one tonight. Not as many as I thought there would. Oh, Danny C's gone around. Ah, that was a power slide and a half, that one. Still need to brake a bit earlier than I did. I don't know about you guys, I'm actually preferring the sports tyres. They seem a little bit more predictable. This is very unpredictable on these racing hard tyres. Back end is a little bit more in check, but I'm finding the braking and the slides all over the place. It doesn't. Yes, it's a lot more understeery. Be interesting to see what people think at the end of this. Chasing me down behind at the moment. lap 3 of 6, so just coming up halfway at the end of this lap. Oh, Jack, you're going to love it, I think. I think you're going to be like a kid in a candy shop, my friend. I really do. I desperately want to see you in the Mazda and see how you go, how it compares. Oh. Just stay off the curbs. Number 1 pops out front. Genki is third. Greg second. I did say to watch number 1 pops. Knew he would get to grips with this thing and start flying. Oh, on the curb there and couldn't get off it. That's completely compromised me through here. These tyres are not enjoying this. It's a lot more slippery. I think the sport softs are much nicer on this car. Let's see if I can use wheels to catch up with the guys in front. And he sees quick, he's behind me. Struggling to keep Danny behind me. right, I tucked up behind him, but oh, that was hard. Yeah, Nick, I think I prefer these sports tyres. We tried it. Ooh, not for me, not for me. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Did you like the racing tyres or the sports tyres? Which were the ones for you? Oh, we seem to drop backwards and backwards in that one. Oh, 10 likes the racing more. The racing tyres. Right, let's see how we go. Oh, that was hard. Right, we're at, we're on for a good one now. Oh, we're in for a good one. We are in for a good one. Danny C preferred the sports more. I'm really looking forward to seeing what people say in the chat. Number one Pops, a 131, 113, and the fastest, and the win. Sorry, the win there. I knew he was going to be up there. Greg is up there now in second with a 137.93. 10 Racing in third with a 131.234. David in fourth with a 138.47. Jenky in fifth. Stiggy in sixth. Wheels Racing seventh. Danny C, fastest lapper, 130.184 in eighth. I got ninth, and Outlaw Pork Pie in 10th. Races, Nick Humphrey. I like the racing, the sports soft. Yes, a lot of people preferring the sports tyres. Top three, number one Pops, Greg White, and 10 Racing. I tell you what I'm going to do. Because it's a Friday night. Save settings. Don't want to save settings. I want to load the settings. We're off to what's it? We are going to the corkscrew. I am gonna we got medium and soft. Yeah, that'll be fine. Right, it's going to be interesting. Let's see how we go. So Danny preferred the sports soft. Nick, as in Stiggy, preferred the sports soft. I preferred the sports soft. So at the moment, I think Jack Kobe saying steady, nice catch. And yeah, this is going to be fun and games, this one. Right, I'm going to start this one really quickly, actually. I'm going to start this one at 20 past because we've still got 3 races to go and we've got some really good ones coming up. And I might even try and throw in a dirt one if we've got enough people at the end. And we'll see how we go. So let's enter this. Let's get out on track. Car settings. I don't want those. I want sports soft. Why did I go sports soft? I hear you say. Gran Turismo has used this car a couple of times and it's always gone with soft tyres. And also because it's effectively a little road sports car. It's not a GR car. And we had a rule that the road cars would be on sports tyres. So that's the reason, 2 reasons why I went that route. I did also run a couple of laps on the sports and a couple of laps on the racing tyres. And I'm not going to lie, I actually found that the sports were more challenging, more fun, more interesting, and I thought we would have some good interesting races. And also when I checked with AI and said what do you think, it went sports as well, so that was how I wound up at the sports tyres. And it is a Friday night, and you know what I do on a Friday night, I always throw a spanner in the works. And tonight's spanner is these sports tyres. Yeah, going to be interesting through this corkscrew. Are people going to roll through? Are they going to try and accelerate through? guess some people will like, I mean, maybe 10 likes the racing because if he's run this car several times and likes the racing, you know, got used to the racing tyres, then that would obviously be a reason to want to go that route, and I can understand that. But as you will find out when you are racing with me long enough, Friday becomes, it's special for a reason. A Friday night special is because I often throw something in the mix. Talking about special, I have got a question out on Discord at the moment for next Friday. If I can get enough people interested, we'll go for a cat and mouse, which is a team event. So we'll need to get enough people to make up the teams. And then in a couple of weeks' time after that, I might try a last man standing. So a couple of games for those of you that are new around here. And the cat and mouse does require 2 or 3 teams. We could actually do 4 teams, but I don't know that we're going to get that many people in. But if we can, then we'll run some teams. Basically, cat means that you have a number of cats and a mouse, and you've got to get your mouse across the finishing line before everybody else through whatever means possible. And if that means the cats have to take the other mice out, that's fine. If the cat is going to be pushing the mouse, that's also fine. It is, Vic. It is, it is, it is. Right, when did I say we would go starting? 20 past. So we've got 3 minutes to go. We've got Wills, Danny, Greg, me, David, Jenky, 10 Racing, Number One Pops, Pork Pie, and Stiggy. So if we could get 12 runners, then that will give us 3 teams of 4, where 1 is the mouse and 3 are the cats. Or we can... no, it'd be 1... I'm getting my maths wrong. If we've got 12, we could do 3 teams of 4 or 4 teams of 3. We'll see how we go. But yeah, I'm going to see. So it's all in the PSR Discord at the moment, guys, if you are interested. Oh, there's wheels going around again. Just for the camera, I think that was. Stiggy's been going well tonight. And the other guy that's been going well is Number One Pops. He's having a rest, a well-earned rest in the pits at the moment. So the Outlaw's doing very well tonight. Very, very well. Right, where are we? Just under a couple of minutes, and we will be going racing. I put this one in here for the infamous corkscrew that we just see wheels going through. Probably one of the ultimate... Well, we've got big challenges here, of course, were the chicane of death at Seaside, then had 2 relatively straightforward races, and then back to one with, you know, a couple of horrendous right-hand corners. The big compound curve, turn 1, basically. And then, of course, the corkscrew had to be done. So there we go. I just remind everybody at the moment, I am running my streams at the moment in support of Greg White and the Hulky Racing campaign that we're running at the moment, trying to get Hulky a haptics vest or a haptic seat to try and compensate for his hearing loss and see if he can keep him racing. So the GoFundMe URL is on the screen there. If you want to know more about what we're doing, please head over to that URL and see what it is all about. And if there is anything that you can do to help help Greg with that campaign, I know we'd be very, very, very grateful. Wheels Racing, Danny C, Greg White, me, David, Jenky, 10 Racing, Number One Pops, Outlaw Pork Pie, and Stiggy are your runners in this one. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We are back on the sports tyres. I think most people will probably be on the sports soft tyres. They're grippy, but they're a bit loose as well at the same time. So I think this could be pretty interesting. Right, let's go. See how we go. Remember, that back end is going to be moving around a bit in this one now. Just as we get up to speed. My car does not want to change down gear in this race. Stay off the curb, Mitch. Oh, Danny got that beautifully correct. What a line through there, and another one. Risking the Astro. Good line through the corkscrew too. This could be Danny's race. I think he's got this really nicely in hand. That Stiggy just sliding his way through there. I think that's Wills behind me. Oh, Stiggy and I both got a bit of a tank slapper on there, I think. Wheels go through to snaffle the place. Racing just all over the back of me now. Oh, Wheels with the wheel on the grass there. How did he hold that? See the car with a massive wiggle. Danny C is way out front. Racing with a really dirty tyre there. He's managed to gather that up. Danny C, Wills Racing, Stiggy, then 10. Are your runners in this one at the moment? 1, 2, 3 and 4. A couple of us with a wheel in the dirt there as we push in the limits now. I think that was Stiggy and me both putting a wheel in the dirt. Oh, I've gone way wide. What, you cannot stream, talk can run this, you've really got to be on it all the time. Otherwise you just do that, you go too deep. This is one of those cars where I really need to put the headphones on and just go quiet. Where would the fun in that be? Jenky chasing me behind at the moment. Surprised I've not seen anybody spinning in that corner yet. I don't know whether anybody has, but I'm certainly expecting to see a few people off. Whoa! Just caught the sleeping policeman there on the inside of that corner. Oh, somebody's just gone on at the chicane, straight on. No, that's Stiggy. Giving some room on the outside. He's going to have really dirty tyres going through the gravel there. I'm going to watch Stiggy because he's very quick. He's only half a second behind me at the minute. Gone way too deep again into that corner. Oh, we're on the gravel. Big time. Oh, Stiggy, story. Go, go, go. Go up the inside. Go up the inside. There you go. Right, can I get him back now? I've got Greg hunting me down behind as well. One lap after this to see if we can keep this place. I say that because I don't think I'm going to catch Stig. And I've got Greg chasing me down behind. Stiggy's already 1 second ahead. Oh, we're on the gravel. Just managed to save it from the gravel there. Yeah, really pushing here. You can see Stiggy's already running away. He's really got the measure of this car. Really going nicely. I missed a gear there, it wouldn't change down again, and I've gone straight on. Once again, no change down through there. To manage the gear changes in this race a little bit. Jenky's behind me now. So he's got past Greg. Oh, he's got past Greg and he's gone for a play in the sand. He's gone building sand castles. Bringing us home for fifth. Oh, just behind Greg. Oh, that was tough. This is a tough little beast of a car. This is not straightforward tonight. This certainly needs to. You need to think, in my opinion. You really need to think about the gears, the corners, how you're going to accelerate, where you're going to accelerate, the lines, and everything. I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding this is really testing me tonight. I'm having real mixed fortunes around these races. Right, let's just save the replay. We'll share it as we always do, just in case. And then these will stay on for a few weeks until I start clearing them out. So after this one, we got 2 cracking races coming up. We are getting a bit short on time, but we got Watkins, Glen long course, and then the Maggiore full course that we very, very rarely do. There's a few people at PSR that know that track very well. It's not one that I know very well. We don't do the full course very often, but those are the 2 that are coming up. Wheels Racing was your winner, a 127.374. Danny C in second with a 127.829, and 10 Racing on the podium with a 127.968. Stiggy right up there in 4th again. I got 5th. Greg White in 6th on that one. Jenky 7th. Pork Pie in 8th. David 9th, and number 1 Pops in 10th. He must have had a bit of a mare. I think Jenky and Greg White were having a good old battle at one point as well. But Wheels Racing, Danny C and 10 Racing, you're 1, 2, 3. We're getting some different finishes tonight. This is quite nice. It's not same old stuff tonight, which I do like. Let's start making this a little bit interesting. So we are going to get this one underway. I'm going to be getting very, very, very quickly in this one. People are going to start not getting very much time at all. Good night, Jenky. Thank you for racing. William says, that was a great race. Thanks, Danny. So it looks like we're 10:30. We're going to lose a few people. That is off on the way. So this race is going to be starting at 35. I'm going to get straight into this one. No time at all for practicing. We're just going to go straight into this. At the moment, we'll wait until the other guys have ticked in. We got Wheels Racing, Danny C, Greg White, me, David, 10 Racing, Stiggy, number 1 Pops, and Pork Pie. We'll see how we go. But 22:35 hopefully will be the time that we go. Loving the livery on Pork Pie's car and number 1 Pops and Stiggy, the Outlaws. Looking nice. Greg's got a nice livery too. Let's just have a look at them on track just for a minute. So Greg's got the BWT livery, which looks really nice on that car. Very, very nice indeed. David, I think, has got standard orange and black. Mine's similar. Wheels has got the blue and black, standard. Stiggy's got the Pepsi Cola livery. He's got EP on the bonnet there for extra performance. So I think he's loaded his car up with Pepsi, and that's giving him a real old boost this evening. 10 Racing is in the pink and orange black car. It's orange one side, pink the other side. This is his standard livery for his kart racing. And then we've got number 1 Pops, who's just coming out. It's right up there for my favourite livery of them all. It's a beautiful colour scheme, the blue and the black there. Somebody's done a lovely, lovely job on that one, especially the blue wheels. Really thought about that nicely. I think that is Tron livery, looking really, really nice. I think that might be my livery of the day. I'm basically in a McLaren one. Danny's in a red, standard red, and Pork Pie we can't sell. It's just going to go out at the moment. Yeah, this is another nice livery. The Power 2.5 logo on the front of it. Nice livery, nice livery. Right, let's see where we're at. Let's see where we're at. 34, I said. We're going to be going in just under a minute. In this one, we've got 9 of us remaining. Wheels Racing, Danny C, Greg White, me, David, 10, number 1 Pops, Pork Pie, and Stiggy. I've got no email from the person that contacted us earlier on, but that is the way that the cookie crumbles. And right, let's get into this race. So this is Watkins Glen. After this one, we are doing Maggiore full course. 6 laps around now. It's actually going to be quite a long race. I think this one is, the track's longer than you think, but I think it'll be quite quick. Maggiore is going to be really technical. And then depending on how many we've got and whether people want to do it or not, we might do a quick one around Fisherman's Ranch or something, just see what this car is like on the dirt. I think that could be quite interesting. Right, let's get this one underway and see what we can do. Back on the Sport Soft tyres, of course, for this one. I do like the Sport Soft tyres. You can really feel the balance of the car. I really like it very, very much. Oh. It's on the grass and into the wall and around. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to bail on this one, because I want to do a spectate. I've been thinking about doing a spectate all night. I'm getting pretty tired. It's been a long old week. Oh, let's have a little look. So we've got Wheels Racing out front at the moment. Danny C behind. And what I'm loving is I've been watching some of the fast races. They've been getting quicker and quicker and quicker all night. Oh, Danny C with a little bit of a slide there. Gr.x pulls over to take his penalty. That's going to drop him back down behind 10 Racing, I think. Oh, who else is going to go through? Stiggy's gone through, so Gr.x loses a couple of places. Although I think he's just come up the inside and he's taken them back. Oh, what a great recovery from Gr.x there. Third to fifth to third in 2 corners and doing the penalty. These three all very, very close together. At the moment, it is Wheels Racing, who is 1.3 seconds out front at the moment from Danny, who's 1.1 to Greg. And then just behind, you've got these three, or even 4 of them running really close together now. Gr.x, 10 Racing, Stiggy and David, all really, really going for it. 10 Racing taking a look up the inside, can't quite get that done and pulls in. Stiggy would have seen that. Stiggy closes up onto the back of 10 Racing, but he can't do anything about it. He just tucks in. As we go through the first corner, we're going to head up the hill. It's going to swing round to the right, then left, and then right again. These guys are going to need to balance the car as they go through here, make sure they don't get too much of a slide as they head down towards the bus stop. Through the bus stop, it is going to be Wheels Racing is going to be leading the pack. Very, very slick. Nicely done for Wheels. Danny C just exiting there. Gr.x with a huge slide on the exit of the bus stop there as he gets onto the power up, but everybody's safely through the bus stop at the moment. We've got one car running round at the back at the moment. Oh, that's number 1 Pops. He's had a bit of a mare to start this one. Somebody else who's had a bit of a problem is Port Pie, but Wheels Racing all over the grass there and 90 degrees sideways it almost looked out. I don't think it was quite 90 degrees, but not far off. So the guys are pushing hard and the back end is moving around, and this is what I'm loving with this. I really wanted to see how these guys were going to be handling this car. And on the race, on the Sport Soft tyres, it's a lovely, lovely car. You can really get the power down and use the balance of the car. And a couple of these guys using that to good effect at the moment. Wheels Racing 1 second ahead of Danny, who's 0.7 ahead of Greg. Greg's really pushing. He's trying to close it down as we see 10 Racing getting onto the grass. He's got sucked into the barrier to 10 Racing there. Struggling. He's dropped right the way down to 6th place, and Port Pie can see him as well. I've seen that a lot with the physics on this one. If you put a wheel onto the grass, it can suck you into the barrier, and then trying to get off, it just takes you forever. The track limits really, really costing people races at the moment, and I for one really, really, really do like that. Wheels Racing 1.1 out front from Danny, who's 1 behind, and Greg is pushing. Danny's just pushed the gap out ever so slightly as Greg has dropped back just a tad. Oh, Greg absolutely brushing the Arcove as he went through that corner. He couldn't have left that any wider if he tried. He's trying his hardest to close down on Danny. Danny will be watching Wheels as well and not wanting him to get away, as Danny now gets to 0.8, or Greg gets to within 0.8, I should say, of Danny. And Wheels has got it all nice and comfortable out front at the moment. Hopefully we won't have a commentator's curse and see Will's facing the wrong way. But at the moment, he's going really nicely out front. All nicely controlled. Danny C still a second ahead of Greg. So Greg not quite able to close up enough at the moment on this one. And just behind it is Stiggy and David locked in a battle together at the moment. Can David find a way past Stiggy? Or can Stiggy harness some of that power that he's found today? He was our first race winner of the night. He then had a bit of a mare in the second race, and the third one I think he came good as well. Can't remember where he was in the last one, but what can Stiggy do in this one? He's got David right tucked up behind him at the moment. David can't find a way through at the minute. Stiggy just running across the curb nicely through that penultimate corner. We get into the final. Just using the inside of the curb there. Drifts out beautifully. David taking a similar line. 0.5 of a second between these two. And then just out front, it does seem to be settling down a little bit. At the moment, it is Will's Racing. He's extended his lead by 1.6 seconds, and Danny's extended over Greg by about the same distance. So these three all about the same, but Will's slightly quicker. Will's has done a 157, 152, 151. Danny a 158, 152, 152. That is consistent from Danny, look. A 152, 182 and a 152, 112. Greg White, a 2 minutes, which was a slowish lap for Greg, and then a 152.1 and a 152.5. So Greg and Danny looking very consistent on their times. And Will's, well, he's gone the fastest lap, 1 whole second faster than his second lap. Well, Stiggy doing? Well, he's doing really well on the consistency. Look at that, a 152.706 and a 152.774. David is chasing hard behind. He's on a 152.9 and a 152.6. So you can see a lot of these times very similar as Stiggy puts 2 wheels hard onto the grass there, throwing grass clippings up in the face of David. No windscreen to protect them, no windscreen wipers, so David, hope he doesn't suffer with hay fever, or he could get a sneezing fit, because I think he's probably just got a face full of grass from Stiggy. Maybe Stiggy knows that David suffers with hay fever. Is this a trick? Is this a trick in this one? We will see, but David certainly not sneezing too much at the moment. He's at 0.3 of a second behind Stiggy at the moment, dropping to 0.4 through that section. Stiggy had a lovely little run through that as we go down to the first corner for the penultimate time. We're on lap 5 of 6. David closing. Can't find a way through at the moment. 2 of them taking identical lines through there, using all of the curb on the exit. You can do that quite happily. Don't go over the red and orange, or red and yellow, whatever, red and orange basically, curb there, and you are fine. Heading down into the bus stop. Wheels Racing. Through he comes. Using all the curb, getting a bit of air there, kicking up a little bit of dirt, kicking up a little bit of grass clippings, but he's fine through there. Danny's fine. Greg with a huge slide as he came out of the bus stop there, gathering it up nicely. We just saw in the background. And Stiggy, Stiggy's picked himself up a 1 second penalty. That is going to crucify his race and put David through. David does not need to worry too much now about making an audacious pass and risking penalties. All he needs to do is stay in the wheel tracks. He's 0.6 behind, and he's 6 seconds ahead of 10 Racing behind, who had that enormous accident against the barrier earlier on. 10 Racing going, I say 10 Racing's going well. He's got a half-second penalty too. 10 Racing having a mare of a race here. Out front, it is Wheels Racing. Actually, Danny's closed up on Wheels. It was 0.6 and Greg has closed up as well. So the second and place runners, they've both taken about 0.3 of a second out of the cars that they are chasing. Are they getting into some slipstream? Oh, Danny really wide through there. I'm hoping that isn't a penalty, but he was very wide. All 4 wheels off the circuit. Is a half-second penalty. Greg White will have seen that. He knows if he can stay close to Danny, that he will be able to pick up a gifted second place. But Danny really pushing as hard as he can to try and get on the back of Wheels in this last lap. Wheels going well. He has lost a bit of time here. He's 1 second ahead. If I know Wills, he's probably managing the situation in this one, not pushing it too much. He doesn't want to pick up penalties. He just wants to make sure that he can keep it on the straight and narrow, point in the right direction. He's looking in the mirrors, looking in the mirrors left and right. Danny's going to come down the hill to take the penalty in a few minutes. And Greg White will find himself through. Oh, Greg went really, really wide on that corner, and I think he might have just lost too much time as Danny goes across the grass as well. Greg gets a half-second penalty, so unfortunately Greg, I think, has just thrown away a gifted second place. But no, Danny now picks up a 1 second penalty. This is drama all the way in the closing stages of this race as these three try and stay ahead of each other. Wills is now 1.2 ahead of Danny. Danny's going to pick up a 1 second penalty. Greg White has got a half-second penalty, so Greg is going to be right on the back of Danny in the closing stages of this race. As we go on board with him, they've both served their penalty. Danny has managed to just retain the place at the moment. You can see Wills down the road, got this one sewn up. Is there anything that Greg White can do? Not sure that there is at the moment. I think that Wills has definitely got this one in hand. We'll just join. Oh, Wills is off the track. That's a half-second penalty, if I'm not mistaken. That will transfer into a 1 second as he crosses the line. But he's going to be fine. He's 2.7 ahead of Danny. So all of the leaders at the end there picking up penalties. But it is Wills from Danny, from Greg. Stiggy just holding off David at the moment. David tries to make a move, can't quite do it. So Stiggy from David really tight. 10 Racing recovering to 6th place on that one. Number 1 Pops in 7th. And then we're going to have Outlaw Pork Pie is going to come across the line to take a nice 8th place in that one. So Pork Pie running. Oh, I'm actually glad I jumped out of that one. I thought that was going to be a really, really good race, and it certainly was. And treated us to a barnstorming race. Loads of penalties at the end there for all of the leaders, but actually didn't make any difference to the finish. I thought that if David could have closed up a little bit more and Wills had got that 1 second, that David might have got on the back, but it didn't quite happen. And Greg really wringing the neck of that car on some of those corners. He was literally sideways, power sliding out of some of those corners as the traction was going down. David and Wills keeping it a lot more planted through those corners, but absolutely wonderful stuff from those guys. Your final result, Wills Racing. Oh, look at this. Look at this. The surprises keep coming tonight. Wills Racing in 1st. Danny C in 2nd. Identical fastest lap. We've not seen this in ages. A 1:51.502. Both Wills and Danny sharing the fastest lap there. Both Wills and Greg getting 1 second penalties, but it didn't change the order. Greg in 3rd with a 1:51.553. Stiggy in 4th. David 5th, 10 Racing in 6th, recovering from getting hooked up on the barrier. Number 1 Pops having a mare of a race in that one. He's in 7th. Outlaw Pork Pie in 8th, and I was a DNF in that one, jumping out to spectate that one. I might actually even spectate the next one because we are at Maggiore, and this one is going to be very interesting. I am going to spectate this. Going to spectate this one. Yeah, we have had identical times in the past before. Did we get one night where we had 3 of you all with the same? I can't remember. I've got a funny feeling we might have had a triple at some point. When are we going to go racing? That is the question. It's got to be 55, hasn't it? This race is going to be starting at 55. Now, I know there's only going to be a few runners, but I have a funny feeling that we're going to have a brilliant race here. So I'm going to spectate this. We've got Wills Racing, Danny C, 10 Racing, Stiggy, Greg, David, Number 1, and Pork Pie. This is going to be great. Number one, Pops is going to spectate. So we have lost another car. That's Pops and I, both bailing on this one. So we'll see how we go. Stiggy has been running really, really well tonight. He was the winner of our first race. Can he finish the 6 races with another podium or even a top step finish in here? William's been going pretty good in the last couple of races, not spinning. A nice win in the last one, not really troubled. But what can he do in this one? 10 Racing, he proposed that we did this one. I think he was expecting racing tyres, but he's done pretty well on the sports. Got hooked up on the wall in the last one. Hopefully he'll be able to stay out of trouble. Not like that. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, hopefully he will be able to stay out of trouble. Outlaw Pork Pie, I love watching Pork Pie racing. He's just plugging away all the time. Some really quick races in this one. But loving seeing Pork Pie racing and sponsoring the Power 2.5, the community that he hosts and runs. And they do a lot of tuned races and bits and pieces. I'm going to need to close my window, unfortunately, just while we're on with Pork Pie, because I'm getting some bugs in at the moment. And don't really... Oh, about 3 or 4 in there. Sorry, Coda. We're just curled up in his bed. So that's Pork Pie. Gr.x, he's been getting the back end of this car out quite a lot tonight. Is he going to do the same in this one? We will see. David going well and pushing for that second place in the last one. Can he make it a win in this one? Step it up one step to the top step. We will see. Danny C also been going really, really, really well tonight. He's been up there. Could be very, very interesting, this one. We'll see how we go. We've got 3 minutes before we go racing, and we'll see how... Wow. You tell me in the chat, what do you think your 1, 2, 3 is going to be for this? Who do you think is going to get first, second and third in this race? I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to know what you think. I'm going to tell you now, I can't call this. I think this is going to be very, very, very interesting. Well, David, that's a very bold statement. I will pay your mortgage to Wills and Danny if you do that again. Oh, it's happened before. It's happened before. That is, it's about, I don't know, probably the 3rd or 4th, maybe I think it's about the 4th time, maybe even the 5th time that we've had people sharing the fastest lap. I was hoping that Gamer Dan was going to be around, because I'm pretty sure there was a race where we had a 3-way fastest lap that was identical. Never seen it before. I'm pretty sure we did. Unfazed would remember, Dan would remember, because I think Dan was one of the 3. I might be talking complete rubbish, but I know we've had several times where we've had identical fastest laps, and I love it when you see that. It doesn't happen very often, considering the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of races that we've run. Anyway, so the gauntlet's been thrown down. Wills and Danny, can you do it again? Or could we get Wills, Danny and Gr.x all with the fastest lap in the race? We'll have to see. Your runners: Wills Racing, Danny C, Gr.x, David, 10 Racing, Outlaw Pork Pie, Stiggy. Both myself and number one Pops are sitting out on this one. We will be spectating. 10 Racing, first me, second me, third still me. That ain't gonna happen. I need proper predictions. Proper predictions. Right, let's start this race and see how we do. Right, the guys are all, I think, going to be on the soft, sport soft tyre. I did give them the option for the mediums, but I think that this car has been quite a handful, even on these tyres. So we'll jump into spectate. We'll put some information up. So we are at Maggiore, Lake Maggiore circuit. This is the full track. We're just waiting for the lights to come on. It's going to be David that's going to lead us away with Greg White on the front row. We have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are go at Maggiore. Who gets the best run? It's difficult to see. I think Greg might have just pulled over to one side there, or did he just get all hooked up? I'm not quite sure. But it is Danny C that leads us away. Stiggy just overtaking David into that corner. David's having to go back though. He does get back through on the inside. Wheels Racing following through. He's going to go round the outside of Stiggy. I think there's 3 wide through that corner. Oh, this is really close stuff. How on earth they're not taking each other out? I haven't got a clue. This isn't a motor race. This is like a go-kart race. They do fall in line astern as we go through the bottom. Well, it's not quite the bottom corner. This is like the long hairpin. It's like a long compound curve, really. It's a bit difficult to explain that one. It's like a right that tightens into a very tight right that gets another right. But there we go. Through the S we go. It is Danny C out front by 1.1. David is in second, 0.3 ahead of 10 Racing. David all over the grass there. Throwing up some grass in 10 Racing's face, but he's all good. And then just behind it is Stiggy, Wheels, Greg White and Port Pie all locked together. Wheels Racing making a move on Stig as we go down to the very tight right-hander. He can really use a lot of the inside of the curb there, but Stiggy goes a little bit wide. He gets 2 wheels on the gravel there, and Port Pie closes up. Can Port Pie make a move around the outside? Oh, he thinks better of it and just tucks in behind Stiggy. Stiggy getting a lovely toe from Greg White through there. But Stiggy's really pushing the track limits here to try and see if he can get a move on Greg. I'm wondering whether he's trying to do an undercut. He takes a tighter line through that one. Greg White and Wheels Racing locked together at the moment. Danny C and David just out front, and it's 10 Racing in third. But it's 4th and 5th I'm watching at the moment, really tight together. Mind you, 10 Racing and David are close together. So Danny C has got a nice little lead of 1.5 seconds. It's 0.2 between David and 10. 10 closing under braking, and also closing under braking was Greg White on Wheels. Wheels getting it really squirrely on the exit there. Greg White saw that. Can he get up the underneath? Oh, he can't, as Wheels gets it really sideways. Well, it wasn't really sideways. It looked like it was sideways, but I called that a little bit early. He gathered that up really nicely, but certainly a moment on the outside of the turn there. So just ahead, it is Danny C now, nearly 2 seconds down the road. David has just gapped 10 Racing ever so slightly. He's now half a second ahead of 10 Racing, closing up as I'm saying that. This is changing all the time. Hard to keep up with the action, the times, etc. You can see the distance between these guys now. 10 Racing right on the back gearbox of David. He's looking for a slightly different way through there as David takes the defensive line, covering his lines nicely. 10 Racing's going to need to either find a way up the inside or do an audacious move around the outside. What is it going to be? He's closer than ever before as we go into this corner. He's got it lined up. The lights are blazing as the light begins to go. He tries around the outside. He can't do that. He gets the undercut. Oh, what a move. What a move. Come on, keep it in there. But he's got the outside line for this one, so he's still got to keep his foot in. This is not done yet. These guys side by side. David comes out ahead. Wow, that is some racing. 10 Racing all over the curb there. Oh, Greg White having a massive moment in the background there. How on earth he held that, I don't know. That was some skill from Greg at the back there. We've seen him getting really loose on the exits of some of these corners, but that was, what, 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 times the back end of that car was penduluming. Danny C, we're not seeing much of Danny C. There he is. He's way out front. The TCSRL racer, he's going to be on Team TCSRL in a few weeks' time, and at the moment he's showing the PSR boys how to race this one, using all of the curb. Really smooth. He's 3 seconds out front now. He's making this look like child's play around here. Rita, my friend, you've chosen the wrong track. Danny C, I think, is going to be putting a a memo into the management of TCR Sorel saying, you know what, I think we need to be running the monos on Sport Soft tyres around Maggiore on the 11th. He is absolutely flying, just behind David, just ahead of 10 Racing. 10 Racing still not managing to find a way through. The light is fading, but 10 Racing's got a nice run onto the outside here. Can he sweep around the outside? Wheels Racing is in there as well. David in a spot of trouble here, side by side. 10 Racing does finally get that move done through the S's. Wheels Racing is on the back of David as well. David going defensive on Wheels. Nothing Wheels can do there, but then just tucking behind. All 10 Racing all over the grass again there. So 10 is pushing really, really hard. David goes for the inside onto this bottom corner. Wheels Racing could take the winder line and get the undercut here. That's what he's gone for. He has got the inside line. But of course, David knows he's going to get the inside for the next one. So David thinking ahead. Mature racing from these guys. Wheels Racing taking a slightly lighter one. Can he get a move on David? Oh, David hard into the wall and he's going to go around. And that's a big crash from David. Oh, he's robbed us of what was proving to be an absolutely wonderful race there. He tucks in behind Gr.x, so it's not all over. He did manage to keep it going in the right direction. But now that has freed up 10 Racing to go after Danny C. Danny C is 3.5 seconds down the road. Wheels Racing is starting to look really racy actually here at the moment. Using all of the track and a little bit more. You can see Greg in the background at the moment. What's he like on the exits of some of these corners? He's really been throwing the back of that little BAC Mono around quite a lot tonight. There we see, just as the power goes down, the back steps out slightly, gathers it up nicely, no dramas. Wheels Racing though, chasing down 10 Racing. He's just under a second behind now, down to 0.8. Can he get to half a second as we get down into the large, what I refer to as a compound curve, and then we're going to sweep up the hill into the S's before we head through the longest straight on this one into what is almost a hairpin bend. 10 Racing just holding the distance at the moment. It's 0.9 of a second. Danny C 2.7 out front at the moment, so I think Wheels is finding a few tenths, but Danny, I'm going to go on board with Danny. He's so smooth. I'm just going to enjoy just a little bit of a lap on board with Danny C here. You saw the purple sector up there. He changes down, turns in, smooth as silk. Up the hill, the light's picking up the tarmac, drifts out to the right, sweeps across to the left, picks up the apex. Just a little wave as he goes through there on the hand. Drifts across to the left, picking up the curve beautifully. He's gone purple again, 0.017 of a second. Again, using these curves through this lovely sweeping section of this track. Better in the throttle, I think we heard there. Double correction as the power goes down. He's just got this final corner. He's going to sweep across, pick up the apex, then on the power, and he's going to be leading his way 6 seconds now ahead of the best of the rest in first place. What a lap with Danny. Another fastest lap at 2:04.375. Look at those times. 2:04.468, a 2:04.985 and a 2:04.375. Danny, my friend, you are owning this one. Lovely watching you racing. Gr.x has found his way into second place, so we've had some problems behind. David has dropped back behind Greg, and Wheels Racing has dropped off the back of this one a little bit as well. 10 Racing is now some 6 seconds back. Stiggy 3.4 behind, and then Port Pie 4.8 off the back. So everybody's still going really well, but it is Gr.x who needs to try and do something to close down Danny C. I don't think he's going to be able to as we get into the last lap and a half of this race. The track is cooling. The cars are sliding around a little bit more. The tyres are wearing down a little bit more. The fuel is coming off. Oh, Gr.x really loose on the exit there. He's on the grass too through there. Throwing up more grass clippings. Danny C 6 seconds out front. So Danny, if he's got any sense, he'll be keeping it calm. I don't know that he is. He's still pushing 6.1 seconds ahead. David is 2.2 behind Greg at the moment. So Greg has got this quite nicely lined up for a nice second place here. And David has got himself lined up for a nice third. I think that David thought that a second was going to be his for the taking in this one. He finds himself in third at the moment, and Wheels Racing down in fourth. Well, tell you what, if you'd asked me the numbers, I would not have called this 3. I really wouldn't. Some surprises for the commentator. You can see that Wheels Racing a 2:11 for lap number 4. That's where he lost a lot of time. And David is back in the groove. He had a 2:08, which lost him some time, but he's back into the 2:05s. And Greg, final lap as he goes across the line, very consistent. A 2:06.0, 2:05.5, 2:05.4, and a 2:04.8. So as the fuel burns off slightly, Greg is going quicker and quicker and quicker. But is there anything that he can do? I think that Danny C is taking it easy now. The time has come down to 5 seconds, but I think Danny's got all the time in the world just to bring this home. He did a 2:06 in the last one, so 1.5 seconds slower, but I'm pretty sure he's just going to be managing the time to Greg. He'll let him get a bit closer, but he won't let him get too close because Danny C wants and deserves this win. Just behind, Greg is still pushing. He's 2.1 ahead of David, who is 3 ahead of Wheels Racing. So whereas I thought we were going to have a very close race, towards the end of this one, it has just stretched out a little bit. And you can see as Danny C goes down the long straight to the tight right-hander, he is just in a world of his own. He is 5 seconds ahead at the moment. Cool as a cucumber, smooth as silk, just flying like a butterfly here. Oh, look at this. Beautifully done. The last couple of corners. Poetry in motion, this is. What a lovely race from Danny C. PSR showing the way here. He's got one last corner. He's going to come down the hill. He's 5 seconds ahead of Greg. Greg is still pushing like crazy. Wheels on the grass. David's pushing too. These guys have not given up by any stretch of the imagination. It's going to be Danny that comes across the line to take the win. Greg White is going to get a fine second. He kept pushing. David comes across third. Wheels Racing. Whoa, he's on the grass and he's into the wall. He's not crossed the line yet. He's in trouble here. Stiggy's closing down fast. Where's Stiggy? Where is Stiggy? He's right on the back of him. There's Wheels just thrown this away. I think he might have done. Stiggy jumps for fourth and Wheels comes in fifth. Oh, Stiggy stole it on the line. Oh, Outlaw Port Pie is going to be sixth. And 10 Racing is having a mare of a race in this one right at the back. So, crikey, 10 Racing, 1 minute 13 seconds off the leader. He's onto the grass again. He's pushing it hard. But unfortunately, 10 Racing having a bit of a mare at the end there. Oh, what a race. What a race. Danny C owned it. Wheels Racing dropping it on the line. I think he just did a 10 Racing into the wall again and spinning around. Oh, he's facing the wrong way. Struggling. 10 Racing on these tyres. I think he was hoping for sports tyres, but struggling. But I tell you what, this is the guy that absolutely showed the field the way. 5.281 seconds ahead, the best of the rest. Look at those times on the right-hand side. A 2:04.4, a 2:04.9, a 2:04.3, a 2:06, and then back in the 2:04s. Farrell, good evening. And unfortunately, 10 Racing, first me, second me, third me. You got that well and truly wrong, my friend. Well and truly wrong. Oh, man alive. What a race that was. Who wants to do a dirt race? Who, give me a thumbs up in the chat if you want to do a dirt one. And then that will be my last one of the night. William. That was a great car and a great one, mate. Races, such close racing. I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm glad I just commentated the last couple. I do love commentating. I know people want to see me racing, but I do love commentating, especially when you've got these guys. And Danny C, a 2:04.375. Fastest lap. Completely owned that one. Greg White in second with a 2:04.491. David in third with a 2:04.806. I tell you what, I hope Danny C's not listening to the stream, because his head will be bigger than an elephant. He won't be able to get through the door tonight. I'm in awe. Just such a great run. Stiggy right up there in fourth again, another fourth place. Stiggy going really well tonight. Will's having a bit of a mare in fifth, especially at that finishing line. Outlaw Port Pie sixth, and 10 Racing. Well, Lee said about that one in seventh. Danny C, Greg White, and David, you're 1, 2, 3. Special mention for Stiggy. He got the race win on race one, going really well in these cars, and I'm really loving seeing Stiggy just getting faster and faster and faster. 10 says no dirt tires in this. They can't. You can't have dirt tires. They're not applicable. Really? Oh, okay. Where is it? I can't find it. I've lost it. I might actually do this one. Are you guys up for this? It's a Friday night special. Come on. It's a Friday night special. I'm going to start this one at 1:15. I'm going to get into trouble. Because I've been talking too loud. Joe will be in a minute. Will you shut up? Oh, no, you can't even run it. You need dirt tyres to drive on this track. The car you're currently driving is not equipped with dirt tyres and therefore cannot be driven here. Oh, I think that's it. That's it. I think we're done. Right. Thank you, everyone. I think we are done. I think that is us done. I hope you've enjoyed tonight. I have really enjoyed it. Special well done to Stiggy for that initial race win. Loving seeing you up on the podium. Danny C owned it at the end, but 10 Racing, Greg, everybody that's run, even Port Pie tonight, absolutely brilliant racing from all of you. I think that that was a hard car to race, and I'd like to think that you all owned that at the end, owned the car. I did get a 6-star thingy. Let's see. My luck has been atrocious on these tickets lately. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's an engine. I don't want engines. I don't do engine swaps. I can't sell them. And what is it? I have now got a huge lump of metal for a Ferrari Enzo 2002. It's worth $1,350,000, but I can do nothing with it. Oh, there you go. Guys, thank you so much for this evening. Really enjoyed it. Thank you to ever so much for everybody that has watched. Thank you to everybody that's raced. It's been really great. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. We are still GoFunding Hulky at the moment. If there's anything that you can do to help us, I know that Greg and the rest of the team at PSR will be extremely grateful. Have yourselves an absolutely fantastic weekend. It is a bank holiday weekend here in the UK. And as you guys know, I very often will be doing things family on a bank holiday. Don't know what we're doing this weekend because the girls are both very busy at the moment, and Joe and I are too. Whether I will be around on Monday night to do a bit of streaming, a bit of racing, I don't know. I'm not going to promise. I'm not going to schedule anything. So the next time I will be back for sure will be on Tuesday, when we will be doing some random stuff. Wednesday we'll also be doing random, and then Thursday we'll be doing more practice. No, we won't. Wednesday we'll be doing practice for Ollie's multi-class WEC race. We'll be doing that on Thursday, and then we're going to be, hopefully, if we can get enough people, and hit me up in the Discord, hopefully we will be doing a cat and mouse next week. I need a minimum of 12 people signed up for that, so we can either do 3 or 4 teams. I'll probably do 3 teams of 4, so we got 1 mouse, 3 cats. So back that way you can have 1 mouse, a cat that's working with the mouse, and then 2 rear guard cars. So if we can get 12, that would be great. If we don't get 12, I'll probably have to change it to a last man standing, but I'd love to do another cat and mouse. Cat and mouse is team based, and it is absolutely wonderful. So details in the Discord for that one. If you want to race with us and you're not already registered, then please hit me up with an email. If you do !join in the YouTube chat, it will give you the details. But if not, just drop me an email to PlayStation_racer@outlook.com. We'll get you checked out, and hopefully we'll get you racing with us. Everybody, have yourselves a fantastic weekend. Long weekend in the UK, as I said. So I'll be back on Tuesday, maybe Monday, but back officially on Tuesday with some lobby racing. And yeah, I'll see you then. For now, take care. What a great little car, and thank you to 10 Racing for suggesting this one. Catch you later, guys. Bye.